We'll start with the prayers. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shruniyama Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraah Stirairangaihi Sushtubhagam Sastanubihi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vrittashravaah Swasti na Pusha Vishvavedaah Swasti nastakshorarishthanemihi Swasti no Brahaspatirthadato Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are studying Mandukya Upanishad, the 4th chapter, the 14th Karika. This chapter analyzes the viewpoints of other philosophers about Atma. Nyaya, Vaiseshika, Yoga, all these philosophers have got their own views about the reality. All these philosophers are Dvaita philosophers. Sankhya is the closest to Advaitam, but Sankhya also is Dvaita philosophy. Gaudapadacharya takes the different philosophers and gives us how Sankhya and Yoga are defeated by Nyaya and Vaiseshika and vice versa. So we are studying that portion now, which might seem illogical to many people, but this is how in the past they have argued with each other. This is what is Gaudapada's contention. Towards the end of this, we are in the 14th Karika. Somewhere in the 21st Karika, Gaudapadacharya will give our view, which will appeal to you. So all these dialogues which we are doing now between Sankhya and Vaiseshika, Nyaya philosophers, and also Purva Mimamsaka philosopher. So right now in the 14th Karika, it is about Vaidika Srishti. Vaidika Srishti means Veda Purva Bhaga Srishti. Veda Purva Bhaga is Karma Kanda. It is dealing with karma and what karma phalams can give us in the world. Karma phalams come to us mainly through a body. So the debate is from 14th till 19th, 20th verse is, what comes first? Is it karma is the cause and shariram is the effect, or is body the cause and karma is the effect? What is karanam? What is karya? What Gaudapadacharya says is that they will not be able to say what is karanam, what is karya, because it is a cyclic process. The ultimate cause they are not able to bring out in karma and shariram theory. Therefore, that theory which talks about karma and shariram is good enough for the relative world. It is not the absolute truth which Vedanta reveals. That is the contention of Gaudapadacharya, which he will say in the 21st Karika. So I have given you a gist of this. Now let us go into the 14th Karika where we stopped last time. So this paragraph number 720 talks about the 14th Karika. And as I said before, it talks about Vaidika Srishti. Srishti as per the Veda Purva Bhaga. What does Gaudapadacharya say? Karma and Shariram are mutually cause and effect. They both have a beginning. In every Janma, body and karma, they start. What do they declare? They declare that samsara is anadi. Anadi means it is beginningless. Shariram is also anadi, karma is also anadi. Anadi means it has been coming on for many shrishtis, many creations. But the problem is they connect this anadi, shariram and karma to atma. Karma belongs to jiva. Jiva is karta and he gets phalam and he is the bhokta. So this is the mistake which they are doing. Karma belongs to the body is what is the right way of looking, because jiva is ultimately consciousness from Vedantic point of view. Jiva as karta is karanam, jiva as bhokta is karyam. Karyam means effect, a product. I am a karta. Today I will do rituals today and then in future I will get the result. So the same jiva who does the karta gets the result of his karma. What does the Upanishad say about Atma, about the real nature of the jiva? What does the Upanishad say? We have seen several Upanishads. We have studied the 7th mantra also. In the 7th mantra, it says clearly, Avyavaharyam is my real nature. Avyavaharyam means what? I am akarta and abhokta. Akarta means I am not a doer. Doership is happening in the world at a lower order of reality, which is an appearance. But my swarupa means akarta, abhokta. In Bhagavad Gita, the 2nd chapter, which talks about the nature of Atma, it talks about 2 verses there, very beautiful verses, which all of you know. Ya enam veti hantaram, ya chainam manyate hatam, ubhau tau na vijanitaha, nayam hanti na hanyate. One who takes himself to be the karta slayer, the one who thinks he is slayed the bhokta, both of them, they do not know their real nature. It is an indirect teaching for me also, for us also. Suppose you and I think that I am doing so much of karma and I have got all this, I have accomplished so much in life. What should I take this? How should I react to this type of thought process? These are all in the lower plane of consciousness. They are limited consciousness. The limited finite body mind has got actions and results. But my real nature is not finite body mind. I am infinite Atma. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha. I am not born as consciousness. Body is born, body will die. The teaching, ultimate teaching is I am immortal, Turiya Atma. Same thing has been said in Kathopanishad, which we have done some months ago, or maybe 2 years ago. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat, anyatra asmat krita kritata. Anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha yattat pashyati tadvad. Yamadharmaraja was asked by Nachiketa, tell me something which is not in the field of dharma and adharma, not in the field of time, not in the field of cause and effect. Here you should underline cause and effect, because we are studying cause and effect in the body and karma. So the real teaching is of Veda is Veda Anta portion, which is talking about beyond karma itself. So all these dialogues which is going on between the Purva Mimasaka and Gaudapadacharya is basically what Gaudapadacharya says is your thinking is wrong. Because we are interested to know what is the ultimate cause. What is this whole creation about? The teaching of Veda, the central teaching of Veda is not karma. It is not Srishti. Srishti is just an incidental portion, but the Purva Pakshis, the other philosophers, they take Srishti as one of the main teaching of Veda. In the end, what Gaudapada will say, that all your theories about karma, shariram, body, everything is wrong. My theory that there is no creation, there is no origination of this whole universe, it is a projection, that's all. There is a higher nature called Turiya Atma. In its presence, all this activity of body, karma, everything is going on. Atma is Nityaha and Kutasthaha. Two beautiful words we must remember when we meditate also. Atma is Nityaha. We have been meditating on this word Nitya for almost every session of meditation. Kutasthaha means what? Changeless. I am consciousness, pure existence, always the same. This is a very important point. If you miss this, then you will be falling into the lower nature. The lower nature is waking, dream, sleep. The higher nature is Turiya. In every meditation session, you must remember this truth. I am free. I am always free. I have been having a wrong notion that I am bound to this body. That notion is what we all have to remove by the knowledge of Turiya Atma. Vedic Srishti has been taught even in Taittiriya Upanishad in the mantra 212. Tasmadva etasmat atmanaha akashas sambhutaha. Akashat vayuhu. Most of you will remember this verse. From Atma only the entire Panchabhutas have come. The Bhuta Srishti, then the Bhautika Srishti has come. Similarly, a similar mantra in the same Taittiriya Upanishad comes in the 3rd chapter, Bhriguvalli. The 2nd chapter is Brahmanandavalli. The 3rd chapter is Bhriguvalli. Same topic about creation. What does the 3rd chapter say? Yatova imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti. I am that Turiya Atma from which all the beings as reflected consciousness appear in the waking state and then they dissolve and go to unmanifest condition in the sleep state. Who am I? I am the screen. I am the consciousness. This is what we are experiencing in the world. And Chandogya Upanishad says, Atma va idam eka eva agre asid. This Atma, this Turiya Atma alone existed before the creation appeared. Creation is not real, it is unreal, Maya projected creation. This is how Advaita Vedanta discusses Srishti. Any theory of creation is illogical, it is fallacious. This is how Gaudapadacharya tries to explain the theories of other philosophers. Initially, Ajativada and Advaitam may be frightening to junior seekers. How come you say I am seeing creation and then you say there is no creation? At a junior level, it may be difficult for a seeker to absorb this. But when you come to Mandukya Upanishad, you are not a junior seeker, you are a senior seeker. You have gone through the 10 Upanishads and then now you are studying the Bashyam. So in the 4th chapter, in the 42nd and 43rd verses of the 4th chapter, these are the 2 verses where he says, ultimately, Ajativada is the truth. In the 2nd chapter, we talked about Prapancha Upashamam. Prapancha Upashamam means the whole universe goes into unmanifest condition. But what exists in the unmanifest condition? Advaita Atma, which is discussed in the 3rd chapter. And in the 4th chapter, what we are saying is, this Atma which is Advaitam, it is Akaranam. Because, why is it Akaranam? Akaranam means causeless. It doesn't have a cause, it doesn't cause anything out of it. But what is the creation? Creation is an appearance. Rope and rope snake. Does rope create the rope snake? No. Rope snake is born as an appearance in your mind when you have ignorance about the rope. Similarly, when we have ignorance about our Turiyam nature, we think that this world is a real creation. How should I look at this entire experiences in the waking state? Exactly like the dream state. Dream state appeared, disappeared. Waking state appeared, disappeared. All my experiences till today, where are they? They appeared for some time, disappeared. Childhood, youthhood, adulthood, old age. All the time what is happening? I'm seeing something, experiencing something through my sense organs, and I am making a mistake that everything which I am experiencing is real. It is always there. It is continuously there, but it is a projection of Maya Shakti of Turiya Atma. I am not responsible for this entire creation. There is a higher nature. So we must remember there is a Paramarthika Satyam. This Gaudapadacharya will say in the 21st Karika. So Upanishad comes to the level of the seeker first, and then it discusses creation. It discusses Dvaitam. It discusses Panchabhutas, Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga. These are all preparations for the purity of the mind. In the Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter, Lord Krishna says, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Lord Krishna represents Turiya Atma. Turiya Atma is in the form of Lord Krishna teaching us to come back to our original house, which is Turiya Atma. And here Lord Krishna promises, I will take care of your dharma, artha, kama. Don't worry, come back to me. They say when you come to moksha, dharma, artha, kama are already inside moksha because they get dissolved. There is no logical explanation for real creation and real duality. Rope represents the pure eye Brahman. The world represents the rope snake. So the delusion is there. What is the delusion? The delusion is called Jnana Adhyasa. Shankaracharya's Adhyasa Bashyam, when you study, you will understand what is Jnana Adhyasa. So when you bring the torchlight of the Upanishads and try to show to the Jiva, look, are you the waker? No, I'm not the waker. Are you the dreamer? Of course not, because dream world is gone. Like you say the dream world is gone, when you discover that the waking world is also gone, what remains is Turiya Atma. The Adhishthanam is called Brahman or Turiya Atma. It is seeming Karanam. It is not real Karanam because the world which we are experiencing is not real. It is unreal world for the sake of prarabdha karma exhaustion and for going back to our original house of Turiyam in which there is no creation. I alone exist as the pure Chaitanya. So, the theories which talk about Shariram is produced by karma and karma is produced by Shariram, there are lot of fallacies in this theory. Current Janma, I am a Bhokta because the prarabdha karma of the previous birth I am enjoying now, either suffering or enjoying. So Purva Janma I was a Karta, now I am a Bhokta. Next birth again I will be a Karta Bhokta. But what is the truth? In the presence of Turiya Atma, the whole creation is seen. Turiya Atma is immortal. Body, karma, creation is immortal. So if Jivatma thinks he is a Karta or he is a Bhokta, killer or killed, he is ignorant. If you think you are born, you are Ajnani. If you think you are unborn Atma, you are a Jnani. These are all bold statements from the Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita. I am neither the Karanam, I am neither the Karyam. Karanam and Karyam are in the field of Vyavahara. In the field of, there are three levels: Pratibhasika Satyam, Vyavaharika Satyam Paramarthika Satya. So there is a fallacy in the Vedika theory that the body is born out of karma and karma is born out of body. There is a fallacy because we don't know what is he's going to explain from 15 to 19 verse all the fallacies. So the 15th verse, in the 15th Karika, Gaudapada Acharya explains the contradictions. From 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, he's going to give you each of these verses, he's going to give you one contradiction. So what is there in the 15th verse? Let's first hear out Vijaya.
हेतोरादिः फलं येषाम् हेतोरादिः फलं येषाम् आदिर्हेतुफलस्य च आदिर्हेतुफलस्य च तथा जन्म भवेत् तेषाम् तथा जन्म भवेत् तेषाम् पुत्रा जन्म पितुर्यथा पुत्रा जन्म पितुर्यथा.
Here Gaudapada Acharya explains a very funny logic of the opponents. Purva Pakshi is saying effect is the cause of who say effect is the cause and the cause is also the effect. I will explain to you how he says this. For example, he says that the origin of the cause and the cause is the origin of the effect. For example, Purva Pakshi, according to Gaudapada Acharya, he is teasing the Purva Pakshi. He is giving a very gross example. Oh Purva Pakshi, you are telling me karma is the cause of body and body is the cause of karma. I am going to ask you two questions. How did karma come? How did body come? Body is like the cause, like the father. Karma is like the son. So when you say karma has come from body, body has come from karma, which means there is some logical issue there. How can a son be cause of a father? How Rama can give birth to Dasharatha is the question. That is what Gaudapada Acharya is asking a question to the Purva Pakshi. See, he is just trying to say that there are fallacies in the cause-effect theory. When we finish the 19th verse, you will understand all the fallacies. Hetu, phalam, adihi. Three words are being used. Hetu means karma, cause. Phalam means for every karma, because of karma, I get the phalam, which is a shariram. And then adihi, again that shariram produces karma, again it becomes the cause. Shariram becomes the cause, karma becomes the cause. So both of them are cause. Karma is the cause of body, body is the cause of karma. Now Purva Pakshi, in the next Karika, the 16th Karika, he says, he tells Gaudapada Acharya, don't talk to me about mutual contradiction. Your argument is karma is the cause of body and body is the cause of karma. But what I am going to say, my theory is prarabdha is a cause of current body, which is effect. This body which I have now is the cause of new karma. So prarabdha is the cause of current body is the cause of future prarabdha karma. So where is the contradiction? Karma 1 produces body 1. Body 1 produces karma 2. Karma 2 produces body 2. One seed, current seed is the cause of next seed. So there is no contradiction. Then Gaudapadacharya asked the question, which one came first? Did the karma come first? First, because now we have to talk about the ultimate karana. This is where he catches the Vaidika Srishti. In the Purva Mimamsa theory, in most of the cases, when you explain to any layman, karma, body, body, karma, this theory, the first, if he is an intelligent seeker, he will ask you a simple question. Okay, tell me what was the first cause? Was it body or was it karma? So that is what is being asked in the 16th Karika.
Sambhave hetufalayoh Sambhave hetufalayoh Eshitavya kramastvaya Eshitavya kramastvaya Yugapat sambhave yasmat Yugapat sambhave yasmat Asambandho vishanavat Asambandho vishanavat.
So Gaudapadacharya has understood Purva Pakshi, who says one cause produces karma produces the current body produces the next karma. Now he is asking the question, what is the sequence? Is it simultaneous production of karma and shariram, or is it different? He gives an example. He is asking the question to Sankhya, Nyaya, Yoga philosophers. What is the Mula Karana? You say karma and sharira, but is there a Mula Karana? Mula Karana means ultimate cause. Sankhya theory says Prakriti is Mula Karanam. Nyaya philosopher says Paramanu. Paramanu is very similar to our scientific theory. Atoms, electrons, protons, ultimately they are the constituents of the 5 elements. Normally in Veda we'll stop with 5 elements and say 5 elements are the cause of the entire our body as well as the entire universe. Nyaya philosophers goes back thousands of years ago. He went back and said there are atoms inside those, and then there are the modern theory of protons, electrons and so on. Advaitin, what does he say? Advaitin has a different Mula Vidya. He talks about ignorance as the Mula Vidya. That is how the whole theory of Advaita is based on ignorance. I don't know. I am the truth of the entire Jagat. So here he points out, will you begin with body or karma? So on what basis bodies will be differentiated? Suppose you say according to karmas beings will come, then you will say why Bhagavan creates so many bodies, why not only one body of Hiranyagarbha, the total mind and the total Virat Shariram? Can Bhagavan create a bunch of bodies and give each one some 100 units of Punya Papam? No, all these are all funny theories. Ultimately, what is Gaudapadacharya's understanding of the creation? He says it is anirvachaniya. Any Srishti will have loopholes. He will talk about the loopholes. We'll see in the next 2-3 verses, we will see all the other loopholes. But Srishti, according to Gaudapadacharya, is Maya Shakti. It is a power, it is a force which creates and projects our waking state, dream state, sleep state. It is a powerful force which exists in the ultimate cause, which is Turiya Atma. And that force is of a lower nature. It is Mithya creation. It is an appearance, like the rope snake is an appearance. So in this verse, Gaudapadacharya is asking, first the body came, second the karma came, then Bhagavan gave 100 units of punya papam, or is it that there was simultaneous creation of both body and karma? In cosmology, we talk about before Big Bang there was nothing, there's no information available. Which means what? Science does not tell us that there was, because there is no cause. They are not able to find a cause. Ultimate cause they are not able to find. You may talk about protons, electrons, but then what is the cause of the protons, electrons and neutrons? Again, ignorance. So any theory you take, ultimately you will come to the final conclusion, I don't know. In the YouTube, you will find there are 325 theories of consciousness. There's a talk available. How many theories? 325. Somebody has done a research in the US and he has produced a 2-hour, 3-hour video. Not one consciousness. Our consciousness is very simple. It is Ekaha. And we have got a beautiful description of that consciousness. But in the world, they don't accept it. But in that video, the author clearly says all other theories are based on Vedanta, Chaitanya. When you look at it, the world from Chaitanyam angle, Gaudapadacharya says that Ajati, no creation theory is valid. Suppose you say that karma and shariram both came up simultaneously like the two horns of a cow, or twins came about. So who caused the twins? Who caused the two horns? What is the cause of the two horns? Each horn cannot be the cause of the other. So similarly, karma and shariram cannot be cause of each other. That is another point he is bringing out in this 16th Karika. They will not have a sambandha if there is simultaneous origination. Karma and shariram, they will not have a relationship if they are simultaneously produced. Every shariram will require previous karma, and every karma requires previous shariram. Therefore, it is not simultaneous origination of karma and sharira. That is the essence of the 16th verse. Like two twins, they don't have a cause-effect relationship. The parent is a cause. The two horns by themselves are not cause-effect relationships. Here what he wants to show, Gaudapadacharya, is that they don't have mutual relationship, karma and sharira. The same idea is repeated in the Karika 17th and 18th. Let us understand, let's listen to this.
Faladutpatyamanas san nate hetu prasidhyati aprasiddha katham hetuho falamutpadayishyati.
So in the 17th verse, Gaudapadacharya tries to say that when you analyze karma, especially the first karma, you will come to a theory of from non-existence only either karma has come or shariram has come. So that is what he is trying to explain. From non-existence, not from existence. So why Bhagwan created universe? For his own fun? No, that is not possible. Bhagwan has also desires. If he is creating a fun, that means he also has got desires. That means he has got bigger samsara. So Bhagwan cannot just create an universe for his own sake. Not a real. See, the background of all this is it is not a real universe. Bhagwan, according to us, is a karma phala data for jiva sanchita karma. But the question is, how first sanchita karma came about? Did it come without a body? We are talking about the first sanchita karma. Then what will the Purva Pakshi say? He will say it came from a previous Srishti. During Pralayam, karma is non-existent. When the whole world has gone into a resolution mode, there is no karma there. Karma body does not exist in Pralayam. So during Pralayam, you can't explain Sanchita karma. See, all this is again going back to time principle. What is the cause of time itself? You can say that Kala has created both karma and sharira. How to explain the origination of jiva shariram without karma? That is the topic here. He says, if there are two beggars, one cannot give a loan to the other beggar because he himself is a beggar. So they can't give loan to each other. Body and karma, if it is non-existent, you cannot explain the theory of creation at all. Because creation is with reference to body and karma only. That is the point he has made in this particular verse. So therefore what? Your theory of shariram and karma is wrong. Next Karika.
यदि हेतोः फलात् सिद्धिः यदि हेतोः फलात् सिद्धिः फलसिद्धिश्च हेतुतः फलसिद्धिश्च हेतुतः कतरत्पूर्वनिष्पन्नम् यस्य सिद्धिरपेक्षया
Same reasoning continues in this verse also. About the seed and the tree. He talks about what is the cycle. The seed created the tree creates the seed. This is the cycle. This is what Vaidika Srishti will say. Karma created shariram, shariram created karma. It is a cycle. But then you will not be able to say the Mula Karana. Mula Karana means what is the ultimate Karana. So in your theory, there cannot be any moksha at all. Because samsara will never end. In your theory, it is karma shariram. There is no end to samsara. Suppose you say samsara will end, then what will happen? If samsara ends, then it will also have a beginning again. So your theory is Anirmoksha Prasanga theory. There is no benefit of learning the Veda if you are not able to tell me I am always free. According to Vedanta, he says that you are Nitya Muktaha. That means you didn't even have a birth at all. It is birth and death is a projection of some phenomena called Maya. So, I am ever mukta, Purusha will not be possible if you don't accept Ajati Vada. In all other Vadas, that is why in the second chapter, this beautiful mantra comes, Na nirodho na chotpattir na baddho na cha sadakaha. At any time, there was nobody in bondage. Because the bondage is a wrong notion in the intellect. It is adhyasa. It is a superimposition on the screen which is Atma, Turiya Atma. Stop projecting that you are bound and understand I am ever free. That is the lesson which Gaudapadacharya wants to give. So you have a wrong theory about karma and shariram, because Mula Karanam cannot be answered by your theory. That is the point he is driving in each of these Karikas. What came first? Karma came first or shariram came first? Next is we are going to start the 19th Karika. Now Gaudapadacharya says you are defeated, you are checkmated because you can't answer my question. What is my question? What is the Mula Karanam? What came first? You can't answer. So if you can't answer this question, you please accept defeat of this theory of your creation. But then Purvapakshi is not going to keep quiet. He is going to come back and fight. Let us see how he fights.
Ashaktir aparijnanam, Ashaktir aparijnanam, Kramakopothava punaha, Kramakopothava punaha, Evam hi sarvatha buddhaihi, Evam hi sarvata buddhaihi, Ajati paridipita, Ajati paridipita.
So how does Gaudapadacharya he replies, and how does the Purvapakshi comes back? So because you are not able to establish the order of succession between karma and shariram, you have ignorance about this matter, therefore stick to the theory of absolute non-creation of Advaita philosophy, which is Ajativa. So he is just Gaudapadacharya, he is just telling the other opponent, suppose you consider you are incapable of answering my question and you remain silent. The silence will explain that you cannot, your theory is wrong. And so you don't know what is, whether karma or shariram is the real karana. In this manner, between karma and shariram, you cannot prove karya karana's relationship between them. So universe is logically inexplicable appearance. You cannot explain the universe. So don't try to dig the universe. What is the cause of this universe? Why am I suffering today? Was it what is the reason? Again and again, don't keep on thinking about the universe, the body and the mind and your experiences. That is the unintelligent way of inquiring. Why? Because there is no real creation. You are trying to find out more details about that rope snake. What brand of rope snake it is? There is only rope. You are talking about rope snake and you are trying to go deeper. Does it have, what type of poison it is having? Is it cobra or is it some other type of snake? What snake? Rope snake. So creation is like the rope snake. Don't probe too much about the creation. Find out what is the adhishtanam, what is the substratum on which this whole creation, waking, dream and sleep is standing. That substratum is Turiya Atma. During Adhyaropa stage, Upanishads accept the creation theory. But what type of creation? It is not a Sat creation. It is not an existent creation, but it is an appearing creation. There is a difference. If creation was real, then we can never get moksha, according to Gaudapadacharya. Because we will always be in this samsara cycle, karma shariram cycle. But if the creation is mithya, it is an appearance alone, then it is not Satya Srishti. Therefore, in the Adhyaropa you say, yes, creation is there, it is superimposed on Atma, and then Apavada comes, negation comes, where you say, the Srishti which you experience is unreal. It is as good as not there. That is why I keep on asking the question, where is that waking state of yours when you were 5 years old today? It's gone. If it is gone, that means where it is disappeared? Into consciousness. Today's experiences, tomorrow it will not be there. Where is it gone? Into consciousness. So what is the reality behind all our experiences? The reality is the screen. The reality is the consciousness. It is the Turiya Atma, which is na anta prajnam, na bahish prajnam, na ubhaya prajnam. It is not the waker, it is not the dreamer. Waker, dreamer, sleeper is a phenomena which is appearing and disappearing. That phenomena is called as Maya. If you don't accept it as mithya in the beginning and ajati in the end, real Srishti analysis will have lot of problems. You cannot answer Mula Karanam, you cannot answer what came first, you cannot say why creation, what creation, you ask all types of questions. How creation comes? No answer. Science has not found the answer of how creation comes, how creation gets dissolved, what is this experiences, but Vedanta has found all the answers in Mandukya chapter 4. Come to next class, you will get a full picture of how Vedanta sees this whole creation. So here he says, your inability to answer my question means ultimately Ajativada is the ultimate conclusion of the entire inquiry. Similarly, Lord Krishna is asking in second chapter, the 11th verse, which we are studying in the Bhagavad Gita class on Saturdays. I am doing the Shankara Bashyam. Very beautiful section comes next week, where in the next 2-3 weeks the entire analysis of what is the nature of Atma is beautifully described in Bhagavad Gita from the verse number 12 to 25. So in the 11th verse, when Lord Krishna says, Ashochan annashochaswan pragyavadam shabashase gataso na gatasumshra nanushocinta panditaha. Panditaha means you are a learned, you are jnani. If you are a jnani, you will not have sorrow, because you will know creation is an appearance, it is mithya. But still, you are telling me you are a pandita and at the same time you are grieving. That means you are not a pandita. I will tell you what is the truth behind this entire battle of Kurukshetra. It is an appearance. Thousands of people are getting killed. Yes, bodies are going off. But what is the truth behind that battle? Lord Krishna gives immediately the answer. He says, try to know what is behind Bhishma's body, Drona's body. It is this consciousness, it is this Turiya Atma. Understand the Turiya Atma is not born. Na jayate mriyate va. The Panchabhutas cannot destroy the Atma in Bhishma Shariram. 4 elements cannot destroy the Atma. Space is the only one which exists without destroying the Atma. So, Purva Pakshi, karma number 1 produces Sharira number 2, Sharira number 1 produces karma number 2. This theory is not acceptable to the Siddhanti. And I am not trying to make a fun of you in this. That's what he says in this Karika. Here it is just a summary of whatever we have discussed so far. And it is not like the seed and tree which will have a logical problem as to what was the first creation. So in all these mantras, Gaudapadacharya has only asked a very simple basic question: what is the Moola Karanam? Moola Karanam, according to Sankhya, is Prakriti. According to Vaiseshika, Paramanu. But both these have got logical problems because they are not able to answer the Moola Karanam. And like I said before, the Moola Karanam is ignorance. I don't know my nature as consciousness. I don't know the rope. Therefore, I am projecting the world as real. World is rope snake. Next Karika is 20th Karika. Very long commentary on this.
Bijankurakyo drishtantaha Bijankurakyo drishtantaha Sada sadhya samohisa Sada sadhya samohisa Nahi sadhya samo hetuhu Nahi sadhya samo hetuhu Siddhau sadhyasya yujyate Siddhau sadhyasya yujyate.
Some answers are given by Gaudapadacharya in this Karika about the nature of Srishti. And he repeats the doshas in the Purva Pakshi's statements about the seed and the seed and the tree, and then he gives the he tells that both of them are anadi, but they have additional problem to say what is the ultimate karanam. Tree, seed, karma, shariram, all are products, they are all karyam. But what is the ultimate karanam? What is anadi? Creation is anadi. Anadi means beginningless. If it is beginningless, it is endless. It will never have an end because it is beginningless. So anadi usage is illogical according to Siddhanta. So to this, Purva Pakshi gives a ingenious answer to defend his argument. What is his argument now? What is he says? He says that this is a series. Now you ask me about karma came first or shariram came first. I will tell you one thing. All your understanding about my theory is wrong. I am saying there is a series of karma and shariram, like there is a series of tree seed, there is a seed. There is a group of houses, group of sharirams, group of karmas. But then, so there is no first and last there. There is a group, there is a series. Gaudapadacharya says, But then particular tree and particular karma only will become the series, right? What do you mean by series? It is a concept of your intellect. Like a salad. A salad, for example, is a mixture of all the ingredients which you put in. Suppose you remove the ingredients, what is there any salad left? No. So basically your theory of series is also wrong. Brahman, universe, origination is challenged by all the theories. It is refuted. The creation is available for experience only. It doesn't have a independent existence of its own. Seed and seed and tree, they don't have an independent existence apart from Brahman, apart from consciousness. So what you should inquire is Adhisthana. You should understand Adhisthana Adhyasa, not Karanam and Karya. This is where the Vedantins' reply comes for the creation. This is the starting point. So in your inquiry about the world, suppose you want to inquire about the world. In the Vyavaharika field, you can ask what is the Karanam and Karyam and only get answers for the Vyavahara. Father is the son of his father. He is a son, he gives birth to another son. But all this is in Vyavahara. But you cannot go and ask who was the first father? Was he a father or a son? No answer. Therefore, the theory of Adhyasa and Adhishthanam has to be applied. That is the Sambandha. Adhisthana Adhyasa Sambandha is Satyam Mithya Sambandha. Universe is not created, produced like a product with independent existence. There are two statuses of universe. Karya Karana status and appearance status. Karana Karana status, Karya Karana status is Vyavaharika Satyam. Appearance state like a rope and rope snake, shell silver and shell, mirage water and sand. Adhishthanam Adhyasa Sambandha is the real Sambandha, which will explain to you that the world is an appearance. See, in the second, third chapters, you may not have understood how waking state is a dream. A lot of people used to come and ask me, no, I'm still not convinced that waking is a dream. But here in the fourth chapter, you understand the experience of rope snake and rope, apply it in your theory of Atma, Turiya Atma and waking dream and sleep. Then you will understand it is Adhisthana Adhyasa Sambandha. It is not a Karana Karya Sambandha. Therefore we say it is Karya Karana Vilakshanam. That Vilakshanam theory comes here beautifully. Because it is, you see, there is no Karanam, there is no cause. Ultimately it is an Adhishthanam and Adhyasa. The whole world is an Adhyasa. Rope snake is Adhyasa. Mirage water is Adhyasa. Dream is Adhyasa. Now, in every Adhyasa or superimposition, the easiness, the existence part is borrowed. In dream, the existence is borrowed from the waker. Waker's experience is borrowed from the Turiya Atma. So, Turiya Atma is the Adhishthanam and waking state is the Adhyasa. That is the ultimate conclusion, where in the ultimate Apavada Kala, we replace the Karya Karana Sambandha by Adhisthana Adhyasa Sambandha. This is a very, very important point in our logical understanding of the universe. Initially, we start with Karyam and Karanam. But ultimately, we have to drop that model and go to a refined model of superimposition and the substratum. Kathopanishad also ultimately uses the same. There is no, if you keep on seeing Dvaitam, 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 you will be mortal. Manasai vedam aptavyam nehana nasti kinchana. Mrityosa mrityum gacchati ya ihav naneva pashyati. Very, very important mantra of Kathopanishad, which says Dvaitam is an appearance, it is false. Advaitam is the ultimate truth of creation. I am Atma, everything else is Anatma, everything else is a Mithya experience. It is an appearing, disappearing universe in the waking state, exactly like the appearing, disappearing universe in the dream world. If you want to have moksha, if you want to have freedom from the identification with the body and mind as your real nature, you must know Turiya Atma is the substratum for this entire appearance of creation. And the Turiya Atma alone lends existence to the waking state and also to the sleep, to the dream state. Through the waker's mind is the substratum for the dream world. Waker's mind itself is a superimposition on Turiya. In this way, if you understand the world, what happens? World is ajati, it is unborn. Then you say world itself is unborn. What about your body, small little body of Panchabhutas? When you stand as Turiya Atma, world disappears, world goes into a lower order, and you alone stand as the Satyam. Satyam is a very important word, technical word in Shastra. So in this, Gaudapada has charged Vaidika Shrishti Vada in the 20th Karika. You don't have a Mula Karanam at all, because you don't know what is the beginning. Is it the Shariram or Karma? So there is nothing called as beginningless, because Shrishti itself is an appearance. You can't even say that it is a series. Gaudapada Acharya says in the 20th Karika, it is not a series of seeds, tree series. Like this Shariram Karma, it is not a series also. Because in the series, you will then ask the question, what is the content? What is the content of the series? In the 14th Karika, now we are in the 20th Karika. In the 14th Karika, beginningless was analyzed, and beginningless means anadi. We can't apply beginningless to karma, we cannot apply beginningless to shariram, we cannot apply beginningless to the series of shariram and karma. So this is how Gaudapada Acharya negates the Purva Pakshi. In the 14th Karika, he negated the Hetu and Phala. Here in the 20th Karika, he negates the series. They are not deceptive arguments, Gaudapada Acharya says. It is all whatever you mentioned, I try to negate Karma Shariram theory. That's all. Then Purva Pakshi comes back and says, seed tree is not a proper example. You have what he says is, the word has got two meanings, Vachyartha, Lakshyartha. Lion, he is a lion of Punjab. Line means it is not an actual line. It is an example. He is as strong as the as the line. In the next Karika, in the 21st, we will see some more analysis. So in this particular Karika, towards the end, the Purva Pakshi says that seed example is not a correct example. I will give you some other example. He talks about, okay, let me just start the 21st verse.
Purva para parijnanam Purva para parijnanam Ajate paridipakam Ajate paridipakam Jayamanadhi vai dharmat Jayamanadhi vai dharmat Katham purvam na grihyate Katham purvam na grihyate.
Okay, so here ignorance of the order between karma and shariram is a pointer. It indicates birthlessness because you are not able to prove. What is the beginningless in creation? Karma, shariram, or the series we have seen just now. So anirmoksha prasanga will come. That means you can never get moksha if you go back to your theory of beginningless real srishti. But why? Because samsara will always be in time and it will have a beginning and it will have an end. But suppose you take my theory that there is something called as an eternal principle. It is beginningless, it is limitless, it is endless. What is beginningless, endless? Atma. Why it is beginningless and endless? Because it is always there. It is Nitya Surupa. So don't look forward to future moksha. Right now you tell yourself, I am Nitya Mukta Swarupa Atma, here and now. Claim it here and now. That is what he is going to say in the 30th verse. But the answer to all these questions is this particular portion, which I thought it's better to bring it here and explain to you. How do you experience uncreated universe? Exactly like mirage, water, rope, snake and dream. What are these three? They are only experiences. They don't have an existence of their own. All the three, mirage, water, rope, snake and dream, they borrow existence from something else. And that something else is Turiya Atma. So observed universe borrows existence. It has a seeming existence like the dream world. Waking world also has a seeming existence. When you observe the world, when you have joy or sorrow, if you know that it is a seeming existence, you are always free. I, the Atma, lend existence to the mind to experience the waking state, dream state and the sleep state. I, the Turiya Atma, withdraw from the waking, dream and sleep, and I can exist independently without the three states as beginningless, endless Turiya Atma. See how the ending is. We have struggled for 10 verses to understand the world. But see how beautifully Gaudapada Acharya, Shankaracharya, they give us an explanation of the world. I, the Turiya Atma, lend existence to the waking world and the dream world. The universe is not created, but it is an apparent appearance Mithya universe. Therefore, Ajativada, Akaranam Brahma is established. That is the central theme of Mandukya Upanishad. If you understand Akaranam Srishti, Akaranam Turiya Atma, you have understood the entire analysis of first chapter, second chapter, third chapter. Okay, so this is how the entire theory has been built, and Karika number 21 repeats the message of Karika number 19. Next week I will start from this 3792, this page, and we'll continue the next week. You will see the conclusion, how beautifully in the 22nd verse, in the 22nd Karika, by now you must have got a picture of how Advaitins, they look at the world. Shantam Shivam Advaitam, it is Upanishadic Pramanam. Pramanam for an appearing, disappearing world. Okay, now with this I close today's talk of Mandukya. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.